What's up, y'all? It's your boy Big Steve back at it again, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about Diablo 4 and some of the problems that I see and hope for some more good changes going forward. So let's talk about it. Now, going forward, I'm going to talk about the Necromancer. It's the only class I played and the only class I really want to play. I do maybe want to try Druid out, but I don't really care. I was always a Necromancer player. I played Diablo 2 for 20 plus years now, and one thing I have a problem with Necromancer is every build has at least 2 or 3 of the same skills on every build. Now I'm going to talk about those skills. Let's dive in, and I'm going to start with Blood Mist. Obviously, you're going to take it. It's your get out of jail free card. The next one, Decrepify, and most people take it with the talent. Your lucky hit has a 15% chance to reduce cooldowns by 1 second. And the third one would be Corpse Tendrils. Now, these 3 skills, they're like some of the best skills for Necromancer. I can understand why you take them, but for me, there's not much choice. To me, Necromancer does not even feel like a Necromancer. I play Necromancer usually for a summon build and has to rely on summons. The summon build in this game relies on proccing. If you don't get a good proc, you don't do any damage. It's not even really like your summons are really doing the damage. It's a lane build. I think Necromancer almost needs a full rework. There's some good ideas in there, but overall, it doesn't feel like I'm playing Necromancer. And back in even Diablo 2 days, not a lot of people played Bone Necro. It was good, it was alright, but it was the best at PvP. But overall, most people played Necromancer either for a poison build or a minion build, and it was mostly minion builds. It's in a sad state right now. Also, when Diablo 4 came out, they said they were going back to the old ways. So I was kind of expecting maybe Necromancer might have a poison build. Everybody misses the Poison Nova. It was such a cool skill. And they also had, for their summons, they had fire, cold, poison, or lightning. Now, I'm not referring back to Diablo 3 a whole lot. I was kind of the way I am now about when Diablo 3 released. It didn't really hit the core Diablo mechanics for me. For me, a Diablo game has to have an economy. I play this game sometimes just to get rich. And the rare drops in the game, they're super rare, as like you have to play like 500 million hours, which you would not play that in a lifetime. And you might not even get the drop. And some proof of that is I played Diablo 2 for 20 plus years, and I have never found a Teriel's Might or a Meng Sang's staff. That's just how rare these items are. A lot of items are supposed to be obtainable. Some, yes, pretty rare, but they're supposed to be obtainable. Another thing I hate about Diablo 4, it has no real economy. The trade sucks. There's nowhere to go trade, even if you wanted to. I think they need to add a new currency to the game. I'm going to refer back to Project Diablo 2. They copied something from Path of Exile, and they're corruption shards. So you can corrupt an item, and what this does is it's kind of risk it for the biscuit. So you take the shard, you put it in the cube, and you fuse it, and you have a chance at either getting a really good mod on an item, or getting a crappy mod, or you have a chance to lose the item. I find stuff like this makes endgame more repeatable, and you want to keep grinding and keep trying to corrupt items and trying to get the best item. I think Diablo 4 has a long way to go. And I understand the game just came out, but from what I hear on a lot of the dev streams and the live streams is excuses. That's what it is to me. I feel like they're kind of slacking. For me, for an ARPG, graphics are not that important. Graphics are probably like one of the last things on the list. So I'm hoping in the future they add more bosses. I would like to see maps or Nightmare Dungeons get density mods, so you can re-roll them and you can get high density ones. I think they really should look at Path of Exile and Project Diablo 2 for stuff like this. Now I know it's not for everybody. I know there's a lot of people that like Diablo 3. Towards the end, I liked some of the systems in Diablo 3, but for me, overall, Diablo 3 was almost a complete fail. I played it from the very beginning, and I played some mid-seasons. I was like the top 3 witch doctor at one point. So I did play it. Diablo 3 is a game you play for 2 weeks, and that's it. You're done. I like a game that you can play a bit longer. Like I said, you can just farm and get rich. That's the fun in ARPGs, or just keep farming and make your build OP. So I'm hoping the best for this game, but another thing that concerns me is they made Diablo 2 Resurrected. Now, the state of that game is trash. It's not even like the old Diablo 2 anymore. And another thing I got to say is, even back then, their Summon Necro sucked. They have not changed Summon Necro in over 20 plus years. So it worries me that a lot of the stuff in this game will not get changed. And it's just little things that can be easily done. But other than that, going forward, I'm going to play the first few seasons, see how it goes, see what changes they make. I don't think I'm going to play the game as hardcore as I have been. Right now, like you said, I'm level 100. I've done most in-game things. That's it. You're done. That's just the way it goes sometimes. So overall, I want to see more target farming. I'd like to see a new currency added. Maybe, like I said, corruption shards or even ruins. Farming high ruins in Diablo 2 is one of the best things maybe ever invented. I'd like to see a lot more build diversity. There isn't enough choice. A lot of the builds for each class, they probably feel similar. It definitely feels that way for Necro. I'd like to see more boss fights, maybe even target farming bosses. I'd like to see some form of trading, somewhere a trading post, something like that. There's a lot of changes I'd like to see. I hope they go in that direction. I know season 1, they're adding the gems. I'm hoping that changes builds in a major way, but in a good style, or you know what I mean? Just make everything like a proc build. Proc builds are cool and fun, but it's kind of boring when that's like the only thing, because right now you're trying to proc lucky hit, or you're always trying to proc something. That's just my take on it, my opinion. Like I said, I'm a big Diablo 1 and 2 fan. Wasn't that big on Diablo 3. I know I mentioned Path of Exile a couple times. I actually hate Path of Exile. I've never, the highest level character I got in Path of Exile was like 40 something. I just refer to Path of Exile sometimes because they do have some good systems. And like I said, I know the team has been making changes, and I hope they continue in this way. I'd like to see some build changes. Like I said, in Diablo 2, they left the Summon Necro untouched for 20 plus years. Still to this day, it has not been touched. I hope things just don't end up like that. Something that just never gets touched. And that's pretty well it. I also had some friends play this game. They all quit except for one. Most of them only got level 50, some 70. I had a friend playing Sorceress, and he said the build was stupid. It was like you needed Frost Nova, and you had to wait for it to go off cooldown to do your damage, and just the way it played. A lot of people don't like builder and spenders. I think it's something they're going to have to fix going forward. Like, they can keep them in the game, but they're going to make ways that you will have resource most of the time. They definitely need to add new talents and skills. The game is definitely lacking. What they got so far for a base game, it's pretty good. They definitely could have added a lot more systems or a lot more things. I think they played it way too safe. And I think if they don't do good in the first maybe 2 or 3 seasons, I think the game might die, or it's going to lose a lot of its player base. Because at the end of the day, casuals, they only play so much. It's your hardcore audience is pretty important. And now all the audiences are important. They matter. But even over the last couple of weeks, it seems like there's been a big decrease in the community. A lot of people not happy with how the game is. And a lot of it is mainly due to the super rare uniques. I could play this game my whole life and never find a Shaco. And everybody loves Shaco. It's an old Diablo item. Everybody likes Doombringer. Everybody likes the Grandfather, Wind Force. We want to be able to get these items. Now, that's all I got about to say about Diablo 4. It's lacking. It is pretty fun to play. I find it gets boring quick. Once you get a lot of your items, you're looking for minor upgrades. If you don't play another character, you're definitely going to get bored quick. So I'm still positive about the game. I still like it. I'm still playing it. I'm just not going to play it as much. But I'm bright for the future for Diablo 4. And I hope to see some good changes. And one more thing I will say before I head out. Most of the time when I die in this game, it's due to on-death explosions, CCs without diminishing returns. You can just be frozen and frozen and frozen. Just about anything that kills you, it's something stupid. I think it takes away from the gameplay. When you die to something like that, or because you simply weren't paying attention enough, it feels shitty. I must say, like, they really got to change some of that stuff because it's boring, it sucks, or you gotta stop combat for a little bit just to wait for this explosion to go off, or stupid things are off screening you. Like I said, there's a lot of problems, and that's it for this video. Hope to see y'all in the next one. Peace.